Alright, so for those of you who watched my last vlog video, you guys know that I'm sort of starting up my old HealthQuest thing that I used to do. And I have been doing a, what do they call it? Like a 30-day refresh or a 30-day reboot or something like that. Something. Through a company called Arbonne. There's actually a link to what I'm doing in the description of this video, assuming I remember to put it there. I hope I do. It's really good. Like, this is, as I mentioned there, and I've mentioned it before, this is something I had used some of these products before. They're like health supplements and stuff. But this time I'm going for their full program to kind of get my body cleansed of everything that might be reacting negatively with it. Gluten, soy, dairy, all that crap, so that I can reintroduce it after the fact and see what I'm sensitive to. You might be hearing some tummy grumbly. That is a part of this. One of the things that it involves is a ginger-based gut health thing, and so I get a little tummy grumbly sometimes, but it's not bad. It's not like one of those diuretic diet supplements that like a Kardashian might talk about or whatever. This is like, from what I can tell, this is real legit stuff, and it works really well. I don't feel super different yet after a week. I'm a week in at this point, as of today. But I'm noticing some stuff. Like, it's affecting me, sure. Like, I can feel that. But, like, I also, like, I'm off caffeine on this, and I usually guzzle caffeine. And don't get me wrong, I miss coffee a lot. It's not the thing I'm missing the most, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I miss coffee a lot, but I feel like I have at least as much energy as I did when I was taking in so much caffeine that I was like 30% coffee, which is good. That's good. That is a good thing from my perspective, for me. I also feel like I can focus a little better, which is great. And I think probably the most impactful thing for me up to this point is I'm not hungry all the time. Usually I'm hungry all the time. But on this, doing 2 protein shakes a day, meal shakes, for my breakfast and lunch, and snacking on stuff in between that's free of all the stuff I'm trying to avoid. I'm not even having to snack much to keep myself satisfied. I just don't feel super hungry, which is really weird for me. Like, I'm a big guy, and part of the reason for that is that I'm always kind of hungry. And on this, that just isn't the case. And as I mentioned in the previous video, there's nothing wrong with being heavy. I'm always going to be heavy, at least a little bit. Like, you could be healthy and heavy. It's just, I can't be. At least not the size that I am. I need to get my weight down to deal with some personal stuff. And, like, yeah, this is already helping out with that. So, because, like, eating less, obviously that's going to help with that. And, I don't know how much yet. I haven't, like, weighed in yet or anything. But, like, I can't imagine that it's not, helping at least a little bit. And it's nice. It's nice to not feel hungry all the time. The thing that I'm noticing the most, though, is that I really miss cheese. Like, not so much that I'm not the kind of person who, like, puts cheese on everything, right? But, like, a lot of my staple foods, especially ones that I could, like, rejigger to work on this plan, like some variety of gluten-free pizza or Cincinnati-style chili, stuff like that. It just, by default, comes with cheese or other dairy on it. Like, I know Cincinnati-style chili isn't super widespread, but, like, you pile cheese on top, right? And I just don't like vegan cheeses. I've tried a few different kinds, and I just don't like them. They're not my thing. I could probably get to the point where I could eat them, but it would never taste the same. And I know I have a little bit of dairy sensitivity. I've always kind of known that. And so I'm pretty sure once this is over and I reintroduce dairy, I'm going to discover that I have a dairy sensitivity or of some kind, of some degree. But that's just I'm realizing that's just something I'm going to have to learn to manage and deal with. Because like so many of my staple foods, they just need cheese. And I do love food. I am someone who loves food. I'm not somebody who can just eat for sustenance. I'm never going to be that person. Like more power to anybody who can, if that's the kind of diet they need to follow and they can follow it. But I don't think that's what I need to do. I think I can just, be aware of what I'm eating from this point forward. Try to stay aware of what I'm eating from this point forward, and that'll be sufficient. But I'll never be that person. But that's one of the beauties of this. Like, there are some things I could mostly give up. Like gluten, for example. I can go to gluten-free pastas and breads and stuff unless I'm, out to dinner somewhere, right? If I have some kind of mild gluten problem, which I don't think I do yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for something like dairy, knowing that I have a sensitivity to dairy, I can plan for that the way that any lactose intolerant person would plan for it. And being fully, completely aware of that, thanks to this program, will help me to do that. So this isn't just beneficial for someone who wants to give up everything, right? Which I can imagine some people thinking that it is. Like, that the goal of it is to, give up bread and give up cheese and give up all this other stuff. No, it's just, it helps you know more about yourself. In this, the U.S., we put so much gluten in stuff, so much more gluten in stuff than they do in like Europe, for example. It's ridiculous. And a program like this can help you learn if gluten is a problem for you, and then adjust for it. Like, you'll hear stories about people who go from the U.S. to Europe, and suddenly their gluten issues vanish, or mostly vanish. This can help you build a program for yourself ongoing that's more akin to something like that, right? And better your life for it. And that's kind of what I'm hoping will happen with me and cheese once this is all done. But we'll see. Again, we'll see. I'm only a week into this. It's a 4-week program. But yeah, that's really the update. I feel good. I don't feel super different yet, but I feel good. The differences that I feel are good. And that's really what you're looking for in something like this. I really should have gotten some footage of how I put a shake together to show you guys. But I forgot to do that. I meant to do that, but I forgot to. You guys know how to make a smoothie. It's basically just a smoothie. I guess I usually ask for comments at the ends of these. So, what kinds of health programs have you guys tried? Does this sound appealing to you? What do you think of all this? I guess. Comment in the description. My normal sign up. I don't do my normal sign up for these. So, just, yeah.